A lot of guys lose themselves because they feel responsible for her happiness. This creates emotional fusion, where you feel what she feels to an unhealthy degree. She's sad, you shut down your life. She's anxious, you try to fix everything. She's angry, you blame yourself. But her emotional world is not your job to manage. You can support, but you cannot save. 7th, choose partners who respect your independence. If you date someone who needs constant attention, constant control, constant validation, you will lose yourself no matter how strong you are. Look for girls who have their own lives, who respect your boundaries, who don't try to isolate you from the things that matter. Independence needs independence. 8th, reconnect with yourself regularly. Take time alone on purpose. Go for walks without headphones. Reflect. Ask yourself, am I still me? What do I want right now? What parts of me have I been neglecting? Self-awareness is protection. 9th, remember that love should expand your life, not shrink it. If your world becomes smaller in a relationship, if your energy drops, if your personality fades, if your dreams slow down, that's not love, that's self-abandonment. You deserve a partner who inspires growth, not disappearance. 10th, hold your standards. A lot of guys lose themselves because they lower their standards out of fear. Standards for respect. Standards for communication. Standards for effort. Standards for how you want to be treated. You don't keep a relationship by lowering your standards, you keep it by living them. 11th, don't confuse compromise with sacrifice. Compromise is choosing together. Sacrifice is losing yourself. Sacrifice kills attraction. Compromise builds connection. Example, picking a movie together equals compromise. Giving up your career plans because she's insecure equals sacrifice. Learn the difference. 12th, remind yourself that your life continues with or without the relationship. The more you see the relationship as your whole identity, the more power it has over you. But when you understand that you existed before her and you'll exist after her, you start making decisions from strength instead of fear. And here's the truth. The moment you stop abandoning yourself is the moment a relationship becomes healthy. Girls don't want guys who disappear into love. They want a man who can love deeply without losing himself. The man who keeps his identity becomes the man she respects, desires, and stays with. And if she ever tries to make you choose between her and your identity, choose your identity every single time. Because the right person will never ask you to shrink. Losing yourself is the slow death of attraction. Keeping yourself is the foundation of love. The relationship you want will only exist when you stay who you are, fully, unapologetically, consistently. And the day you realize that is the day you stop disappearing in love forever. So how do you stop losing yourself? How do you keep your identity strong while building something real with someone you care about? First, you anchor your life in things that belong to you. Your goals. Your routines. Your purpose. Your values. Your future. A relationship should add to your life, not replace it. If you drop everything the moment someone likes you, you're telling your brain that their attention matters more than your identity. That's the fastest way to lose both. Keep your gym routine even when she wants to hang out. Keep your work schedule even when she texts you. Keep your hobbies even when she's bored. A strong identity makes you more attractive, not less. Psychology calls this self-differentiation, staying connected without blending into one person. Second, practice saying no without apologizing. If you can't say no, your yes means nothing. Boundaries are what protect your identity inside a relationship. Example, she wants to talk for 3 hours, but you have a deadline. Say, I can talk later, I need to finish this. You think she'll get mad, But the truth is, many girls respect guys who respect their own life. Third, build emotional independence. This doesn't mean being cold or distant, it means not relying on her for your sense of stability. You can love someone deeply and still be grounded in yourself. Emotional independence means you're okay even when she's stressed, busy, or distant. You don't collapse. You don't chase. You don't panic. You stay centered. Fourth, communicate honestly when something feels off. If you don't speak up, you'll suffocate. Communication isn't about starting fights, it's about preventing resentment. Example, instead of quietly accepting something that bothers you, say, "Hey, that didn't feel good to me. Can we talk about it?" This tiny sentence can save your identity and your relationship. Fifth, keep separate lives. This is one of the biggest keys. You should have things that are just yours. Your friends, your hobbies, your goals, your projects. When everything becomes we, you stop being you. Healthy relationships have space for individuality. Example, she wants to relax, you want to work on your goals, perfect. You don't have to do everything together. Sixth, stop making her emotions your responsibility. Before her, you had a shape, your routine, your hobbies, your ambitions, your style, your humor, your energy. Slowly, relationships erase those things if you're not paying attention. You skip the gym. You stop going out. You stop building skills. You stop dreaming. You become available 24/7, like a person who simply waits. Example, she texts, "Can we talk?" And you instantly shut your laptop, abandon your own work, cancel your own plans. You tell yourself, "It's just once," but it happens again and again until your entire life is centered around her schedule. Sixth reason, you mistake intensity for connection. Early in relationships, everything feels big, big feelings, big hopes, big moments. You confuse those feelings with identity. You think, if I give her everything, she'll give me everything back. But intensity burns people out. And losing yourself doesn't make her love you more. It makes her lose interest because she can feel you disappearing as a person. Example, she says she likes a certain type of music, and suddenly you pretend it was your favorite all along. She likes certain movies, and now you change your taste. You shape-shift until you're just a reflection of her preferences. Seventh reason, you fear confrontation with yourself. Losing yourself in someone else is easier than facing your own life. If you focus everything on her, you don't have to deal with your career, your discipline, your insecurities, your future. So you make the relationship your whole identity, not because it's love, but because it's distraction. Eighth reason, you grew up without healthy models. If your parents' relationship was chaotic, unpredictable, too intense, or too distant, you probably never learned what healthy individuality looks like. You learned that love means merging, or saving, or pleasing, or shrinking. And now you repeat that pattern automatically. Ninth reason, you confuse loving someone with losing yourself for someone. You think they're the same thing, but they're the opposite. Healthy love expands you. Toxic love erases you. And most guys don't realize they're disappearing until the relationship ends and suddenly they feel empty, depressed, confused, and disconnected from their own identity. 10th reason, fear. Fear of abandonment. Fear of being replaced. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being alone. Fear makes you fold yourself into a shape that fits her, even if it breaks you. But here's the truth. You can't build a healthy relationship while abandoning yourself. When you lose yourself, you lose the relationship too, just a little later. You ever look in the mirror during a relationship and think, "I don't even recognize myself anymore"? It happens slowly, quietly, almost invisibly. You don't wake up one day and suddenly feel lost, you drift. One small compromise here, one ignored boundary there, one "it's fine, whatever you want" after another. And then, without noticing, your entire world shrinks down to one person. Your personality gets softer. Your goals fade into the background. Your routine falls apart. Your opinions start sounding like hers. And you catch yourself thinking, "Where did I go?" This is one of the biggest silent problems guys face between 16 and 30, losing themselves in relationships without even realizing it. Psychology calls it enmeshment, when your identity blends with someone else's so much that you stop functioning as an individual. And today we're going to break down why this happens, how it happens, the real-life examples that make it obvious, and what to do to stop it before it destroys every relationship you ever enter. First reason guys lose themselves: you think love equals sacrifice. You were taught, directly or indirectly, that being a good partner means giving up anything that might bother her. You think that the more you bend, the more she'll appreciate you. But bending always turns into breaking. Example: she says she doesn't like when you play games with your friends. So you stop. Not because you want to, but because you fear losing her. At first it feels like compromise, but after a few weeks you realize you're living someone else's schedule. Second reason, you chase peace instead of honesty. A lot of guys avoid conflict at any cost. You think that being easygoing makes you the perfect boyfriend. So when something bothers you, you swallow it. When she crosses a boundary, you pretend it's no big deal. When you disagree, you stay silent. But conflict avoidance isn't kindness, it's self-erasure. Example: she makes a joke that actually hurts you, but instead of saying something, you force a smile. She never knows you're uncomfortable, so she repeats the behavior, and you shrink a little more each time. Third reason, you attach your value to how much she needs you. This is rooted in something psychology calls codependency, when your identity depends on being useful to someone else. You feel important when you fix her problems, calm her down, support her emotionally, stay up all night listening to her issues. You think, if she needs me, she'll stay. But you stop being a partner and start being a service. Example: you drop everything whenever she's stressed. Homework? Ignored. Gym? Skipped. Sleep? Optional. Your life becomes a 24/7 emotional support hotline, and eventually, you don't have a life outside of her at all. Fourth reason, you believe being chosen is more important than choosing. This happens to guys who deep down don't think they're worth much. So when a girl shows interest, you hold on to her like she's your only chance at love. You start prioritizing her needs over your own, not because it's healthy, but because you fear being alone. Example: she wants restaurants you can't afford, plans you don't enjoy, conversations you don't like, but you say, sure, every time. Not because you want to, but because you're terrified that saying no will make her leave. Fifth reason, you stop doing the things that built your identity in the first place.